At the beginning of the film, we observe the main character lying on the pavement. Alex Mathis opens his eyes and looks around in disbelief. A shallow wound is on his cheek. He gets to his feet and observes the surrounding chaos. Amidst the destruction are injured people, some of them trying to help their less fortunate friends. Alex walks past the armed military, who are trying to get rid of the danger. He moves in front of the crowd, who are fleeing from the horror that is destroying entire houses. Looking at the helicopter, Alex finally notices the source of the general panic and destruction. On top of the skyscraper is a huge spider, which with its paws shoots down the helicopters flying around it. One of them catches fire and falls on the fleeing people. The action goes back 12 hours. Alex is doing his usual job and arrives at a call. The man's specialty is pest control. Alex arrives at a call to an elderly woman who is very afraid of insects. He helps Mrs. Jefferson and is about to leave. A woman says that her pension has been delayed again, so now she can only pay with a homemade muffin with cherry marmalade. Alex throws it into the cubicle, where several similar presents lie. The man doesn't think the insects are terrible and says he'll release them in the park. Jefferson suddenly notices a brown spider on Alex's shoulder and decides to destroy it. The man asks her to stop because this type of spider is poisonous. However, it is too late. Alex ends up in the hospital with a bite and swelling. The man tries to flirt with Nurse Lisa and tells her that this is not his first bite. However, despite Alex's all efforts, the girl still refuses to go out with him. A dead man is brought to the hospital at the same time. The doctor is about to start work when a black bag suddenly moves as if the person in it is still alive. Alex, meanwhile, is standing at the reception desk, about to pay the bill for the bandaging. Suddenly, an alarm sounds, and people rush outside. However, the alarm turns out to be false. A doctor from the morgue complains that a strange substance has come out of a bag and bitten him. This conversation is heard by Alex, who is standing nearby. The doctor says that the creature looked like a spider, but just not in size. The man joins the conversation and says that sometimes spiders grow to huge sizes, and so the creature that attacked could really have been one. Alex agrees to catch the spider in exchange for having his bandage bill canceled. The head of the hospital agrees and asks the doctor to accompany the man downstairs. However, the man develops severe swelling, and the bite wound looks strangely large. Alex says that he can read the minds of spiders, so he will be able to catch any of them. However, at first the man needs to take some things from the car. A hospital security guard is about to accompany him. Alex goes down to the lower room and examines the contents of the black bag. He realizes that the spider has been living in the dead man for some time, has been eating him from the inside, and has now gotten out. The guard Jose is frightened by such details and hopes that the spider won't do the same to them. At the same time, a lot of uniformed military burst into the hospital. Alex, meanwhile, tries to understand where the spider might have hidden. Learning that the passage behind the broken grate leads to the engine room, where it is warm and dark, the man realizes that this is where a good search should be made. Using a walkie-talkie, the guard has to help Alex navigate the vent. Jose is a little nervous, however, because the man has a special spider repellent and he doesn't. Lieutenant Braxton, meanwhile, explains that all exits from the hospital need to be sealed off, as a man who died due to a dangerous disease was mistakenly sent there. The spider, however, continues to travel through the hospital's ventilation system and attacks an elderly man. Being in the vent, the man reaches a fork in the road and asks Jose which way to go. At the same time, Alex notices a spider that rushes past. He turns to follow it and sees an incredibly beautiful web that contains small rodents. Alex decides to touch the construction, but it turns out to be very sticky. Trying to free his hand, he gets more tangled and attracts the spider's attention. With the help of a lighter, Alex gets rid of the web and saves himself. Braxton and his men, meanwhile, go down to the morgue. The man looks at the doctor, who confirms that the dangerous creature is in the hospital. After hearing from Lisa that one of the patients died from a bite, Braxton asks to show him. Alex, meanwhile, finds himself in the engine room and sees the spider's trail. The doctor tells him that the spider will increase in size every 4 hours, and therefore it is important to catch it as quickly as possible. Alex, unaware of such details, continues the hunt. Over the radio, a man says that the spider is most likely in the basement. Braxton's assistant Carly hears his signal. Alex throws a shiny coin, using it as bait. The spider nimbly takes it away, which angers the man, and he becomes more active. Alex searches for the spider and doesn't notice that it is at his back. Fortunately, the man is saved by Carly, showing up just in time. Because of the excessive commotion, the spider escapes into the sewerage. There, he attacks a man of no fixed abode. With the help of a special poison, he literally melts his face. Alex is invited to Braxton's house, where he tells him about the spider. The doctor guesses from his comments that the creature is in the second stage of development. The man is about to be chased away, and he warns that the spider won't stay in the sewer for long but will find a warm and dry place. Carly accompanies Alex outside and wishes him luck. He gives the girl his card in case she or the military need his consultation. Carly also gives the man her number. Alex is about to leave, as he has had enough for the day. However, Jose stops the man and suggests that he catch a spider to become famous. Alex agrees, wanting to impress Braxton's assistant, whom he likes so much. The military, meanwhile, set up headquarters at the hospital, trying to understand where the spider will go now, and monitoring everything in the city with cameras. Braxton hopes that the civilians won't see their spider. However, at this moment they show a video of an eyewitness who notices the spider, which has reached a size of about 2 meters. This shocks even the doctor, who reports stage 3. Braxton orders an investigation of the area where the spider was noticed. The military soon discovers the spider's lair, which contains about 30 victims in cocoons. Meanwhile, a man is traveling around the city with Jose, thinking about how to find and capture the spider. Alex arrives at a suitable location for the spider and sees that the military is already there. He calls Carly and learns that the spider has not yet been caught. Together with Jose, Alex assumes it will head to an upland area where there are plenty of people to feed on. They head to a park that fits the description. The spider is really there, hiding in the shade of the trees and looking out for victims. Jose and his partner rush to the park, but exceed the speed limit, which causes them to be stopped by a policeman. Alex tries to solve the issue with money, and then learns that there has already been an attack in the park. The spider moves to more active actions and organizes a mass attack. Noticing it on the road, Alex decides to go for a ramming with his car. However, having estimated the size of the spider, the man promptly turns around and tries to escape. Jose sticks out of the window and tries to destroy the enemy with his weapon. Braxton, who is monitoring the park on cameras, asks what's going on. A delighted Carla says that the car is being driven by a hero whose profession is pest control. The girl calls Alex and asks him to leave as soon as possible and then not to interfere. The man protests because he has already decided that he will catch the spider and become a hero. Suddenly, Alex notices a lot of military men on the road. He stops abruptly, and together with Jose, he runs out of the car. The soldiers start shooting at the spider. He manages to wound him, but the spider doesn't give up and throws Alex's car at the military. Realizing that he is losing, the spider makes an incredible jump and escapes, flying off the cliff into the forest. Alex runs to the edge and complains that the enemy has managed to escape again. Braxton orders the men to regroup and go into the woods. The man tries to dissuade Carla from this, because the forest is an ideal place for a spider. Besides, he is a born hunter. However, the girl doesn't listen to Alex and goes to carry out the order. As the character predicted, Braxton's men are melting before their eyes. Alex rescues Carla from the web. However, the spider still catches her and takes her with him in a cocoon. The doctor tells the man that on Mars, they isolated a special growth hormone from bacteria and were going to use it to modify food. However, during the experiment, the hormone got into a spider. On no account should the 5th stage, which is soon to come, be allowed, for it will begin to reproduce. Braxton asks the man for professional advice. Alex thinks the spider will breed in a dark place, most likely under the city. The spider, meanwhile, is attacking the town center. Braxton wants to use an airstrike, but the man thinks this is a bad idea, as many people will die. The spider lays eggs in a tall, dark bank building. Alex goes there to remove the threat and rescue Carla, who turns out to be alive. The doctor hopes that the airstrike will happen before a new population of huge spiders appears. Alex comes up with the idea of setting fire to the spider's web and glands to get rid of it. Braxton dismisses the idea of an airstrike and wants to talk to the character. Distracted by his phone, The man gets into an accident and then regains consciousness in the street outside the building with the spider. With his partner, Alex infiltrates the building and rescues Carla. At the same time, he realizes that small spiders have started to hatch, and soon they will also grow. Meanwhile, Braxton uses rockets to throw the spider off the skyscraper. Alex talks to the man and prepares to celebrate the victory. However, the spider comes around. Alex puts his plan into action. Using fire and weapons, he sets the spider's glands on fire, causing it to burn from the inside out. After the victory, Alex kisses Carla, and the rest of the men begin to celebrate their liberation from the terrible plague. This is the end of the film. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this film, and see you in new videos.